Hey, this is William Graber for Module 2, Confronting a Common Misconception in Science. My misconception was what gas is created when boiling water. It came to my attention that students frequently believe that when water is boiled, the result is that hydrogen and oxygen are actually broken up and released from the water as separate gases. Why does this occur? Well, students are taught that water is H2O, which is correct, but then that leads their thinking to believe that when water is boiled, it actually creates a gas, which is just the hydrogen and oxygen that make up water broken up into the separate forms of those gases, when actually it just changes from a liquid to a gas and becomes water vapor. So to test this and confront this misconception, you take a match and you light it, and you see the reaction of the flame with hydrogen, see the reaction of the flame with oxygen, and then see the reaction of the flame with the gas that's created by boiling water, or that water vapor, and see if those are consistent to disprove that misconception. So first, I tested a flame with hydrogen, and I made hydrogen by using zinc and hydrochloric acid, and these chemicals are dangerous and flames are dangerous, so I had help from a chemistry teacher where I work just to be safe. So let's look at what happens when you touch the flame to hydrogen. Sorry. So it creates a loud pop and makes a flash. Okay, so a pretty noticeable reaction. Now if I go to the next part where I tested a flame with oxygen, and I created oxygen by using hydrogen peroxide with sodium iodide, the result is a little different, but still pretty noticeable. So a splint that was just blown out was put into the flame, I can play it again, and it was actually relit. So oxygen will relight a flame, or it will make a flame burn brighter, which students will be able to see. And then the last thing is to test it with the gas formed by boiling water. So the beaker's on a hot stove, you boil water and make bubbles in a beaker, and there's a little soap added in to make the bubbles more noticeable, and here is what happens. Really nothing at all happens. So it doesn't get brighter, it doesn't pop, and lastly, if you look at it in the beaker, it actually puts out the flame because it's water vapor, and water would put out a fire. So just a heads up, be very careful with things like this. This is why I had to help with the demonstration, because I'm not too familiar with working with chemicals. Make sure that if students are going to do this experiment, that is informed to them the risks and everything is safe. But it's pretty neat to see all the different reactions and to be able to disprove a misconception.